Hi, and welcome back to another Shop My Stash. So let's quickly go over the products of what we used for this week. Sorry, I'm grabbing my chair. Okay, so let's go ahead and just start with the eyeshadow palette. I feel like we do this each time, right, with the eyeshadow palette. So I did use the Jaclyn, what is this? I always forget the name. Legacy, sorry. Eyeshadow palette, again, looks so pretty in here. All the colors look really pretty just together. Beautiful color story, but kind of lacked some wow for me in actual application. I feel even though this side kind of looks a little bit more warmer, it's actually still pretty cool tone. So for me, I don't know, it wasn't like a good balance between the warm and the good cool tone. Everything's pretty cool tone in here, and I should have known, I guess, like, this looks warm to me, this looks warm to me, but it's not as bright and vibrant as other shades I have in my palette that kind of look similar. Like this looks like more like an orangey terracotta brown, you know, and this obviously like, how would I describe this? I want to say terracotta too, but less orange type of brown. So yeah, but I mean, I do like it. It's just, it seems like it's more for like a nighttime use palette. For example, if you're going to the club, going to a late date dinner, you know, like me and my husband do for our anniversary, we'll go out and have a late dinner, maybe go to a bar afterwards and have a couple of drinks. But yeah, I mean, it's really pretty, really pretty palette. I do like it. I just think that I'm in the era where I'm not using such dramatic eyeshadows. The girl who has crazy eye looks all the time. I never make simple eye looks. But I did like it. It's just not my cup of tea right now, I guess. Maybe I'll feel different once we continue playing with makeup. But I'm happy that I did at least put some good use to it. I think maybe I can get a snapshot from last week's Shop My Stash. You can see there's more usage out of the palette was. The Jouer Cheek Summer Blush Duo, I actually still really like a lot. Definitely more for summer, winter time. I felt like it was like a little bit out of place. This one I actually kind of felt, sorry, all my lights are just turning on. I got up early this morning, so yeah, all my lights are just turning on. Sorry about that. But this one I felt like I could get away with wearing it for winter because it gave you kind of like that blush look where it's cold, like really cold outside. So that was really pretty. So I did lean to this one more. I think you could probably tell. Not sure, but I do like this shade a lot for the summertime. And then, I don't know if you guys can see right here. It's like peeling up. It keeps doing that. So I've been placing it like this so that it'll kind of stay flat. And that's how I'm gonna put it away now. The Kat Von D translucent powder, still really like a lot. It is very powdery though. I've noticed that in using it. I kind of forgot. But I still really enjoy this powder. Sets the makeup very well, although I did notice that it didn't play very nice with the concealer. Then the highlight from Laura Mercier. This is in the shade Inspiration. It was really pretty. I think I could almost get away with using this just as a blush, so that is something for me to consider for next time usage, because it kind of looked like it was a blush topper type thing, and it looked really pretty on the cheek as well. So next time, may use it as a blush. The bronzer is very pigmented. Very pigmented. A little bit definitely goes a long way with this. This one definitely is still good, even though it has its age. So this one was a limited edition for Christmas one year. Don't ask me what year, because I honestly don't remember. But still have it, still using it. The foundation, I feel, is still working really great. Looks really pretty on the skin. Your Skin But Better. Definitely one of my favorite foundations I have ever used. So I was happy that I got some time to use it this week, and I did dedicate time this week to actually using my makeup. I want to say I maybe did one day without makeup this week, so that's great. The Lancome Pro Le Base Primer. This one definitely is an amazing primer, you guys. One of my favorites. I always forget how much I like it until I start using it. It does go on kind of oily first, but then when it settles into the skin, it's like this nice, not matte, but like an almost matte finish. Like the skin looks hydrated and blurred, but it's also not oily, if that makes sense. But really, really pretty, and especially in combination with that foundation. Okay, the El Maquillage mascara. So I don't know if I mentioned this in the last one. I know I picked up a different mascara last week when I was actually shopping my stash, but when I tried to use it, I mean, I kid you not, very little product was coming out, and I was going in there hammies trying to get more product out from that mascara. It was just dry. So I tossed it and I took out the El Maquillage, which was the one that I was going to originally pick out first. And this looks really pretty on the lashes. I actually did really like it. It's not waterproof at all. Whenever I washed my face, I just looked up and I had like these really dark, like raccoon eyes. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, so I wouldn't recommend for any like water things, like if you're going to the beach or going to be anywhere near the coast on a boat, like whatever the case may be, at a wedding, like near a lake, stuff like that. Don't use this. But like every day, like maybe work use, I could see this being a good product to use. It makes the lashes look really pretty. And I don't know if it was the mascara, but recently I have started adding serum, growth serum to my lashes and my brows, just castor oil. But yeah, I like the way it looked on it, so I think it's a mascara, but I don't know. Okay, and then this one, the Tarte Ultra Creamy Mascara. I was using it, and for some reason this time it seemed like it was kind of light in my under eyes, but I think that it could have been a combination of using the Becca Eye Brightener and then also the Kat Von D setting powder. I think it might have left like a cast, I guess, a light cast. So I do want to try this one out again. I'm thinking I might keep this in for another week. I don't know. I'm just going to leave it on my desk and kind of think about it and look at the other options I have and which foundation I pick for this week, and we'll kind of go from there. But definitely one of my favorite mascaras to use. Gives really good coverage for me anyways. It's medium to full, definitely buildable, and it's not mattifying, which I really like. This, what are you? Lovecraft Beauty Eyeshadow Primer. I actually really liked using it. I'm not gonna lie. It performed really well. It held my eyeshadows throughout the day. Again, I do work from home. I'm rarely exposed to the outside elements unless, you know, I'm running errands with my family or going over to my in-laws' house for whatever reason. But yeah, I don't really go out very much except for, you know, doing stuff around my house. But anywho, I had used it once before. I could definitely, once I opened it, I could tell that it was used, but I did like it. It's a little bit of a tacky finish, so you do have to kind of set the base first and then apply your eyeshadow so you'll be able to blend. But that tackiness I like because it holds onto your eyeshadow all day. The last thing from my drawer is the Benefits Goof Proof. My camera's like wanting to focus everywhere else but here. My Benefits Goof Proof Brow Pencil, and I think this is, yeah, in the shade 4. Still really like this. It was really quick. I did notice that my brows are a little bit thicker, so I didn't have to use too much of it, but definitely did miss having a more of a like brow setter wax type thing to make my brows look fluffy because they were kind of just set in place. But ni modos, no escogen uno. So anyways, that's all the products in the drawer. So let's go ahead and shop our stash, or my stash. Okay, so let's go ahead and pick our complexion products first. So for, let's see, primer. What to use? How about we use this one since we've already used the Lancome. we can take the No Problem or No Problem primer from Touch and Soleil. I haven't used this primer in a bit, and I think I still have another one that was gifted to me. That's probably expired too, because it's been a while, not gonna lie. But anywho, we're still gonna try to use everything, so we'll take that. And then for foundation, I can't remember which one I used last. I only have these 4 that I can use other than the primer. And I do want to use my liquid foundation because the powder I feel like we can finish faster. God, I don't remember. Was it the Giorgio Armani, which is this one that I used last, or that one? You know what? I don't remember, but we're going to take the Charlotte Tilbury this week to use for foundation. This is for Charlotte Tilbury, as I said, Airbrush Finish or Airbrush Flawless Finish Foundation. So your skin but better type of foundation. And I think, I don't know if I'm too tan right now. I know like my tan's starting to go down, but I'm still kind of tan-ish, if that makes sense. So how about instead of doing the creamy again this week, we'll try and use the regular Tarte Shape Tape, which again used to be one of my favorite concealers, but since I've gotten older, I've noticed that I don't really care for anything mattifying, so we'll see how this does. Yeah, we'll just see how it does. Okay, so while we're here, we also need brows. And I really want to use this one because it's my favorite right now from L'Oreal Paris. Yeah, I'm just going to take this one. So this is the inflatable, right? Inflatable brows. Up to 24 hours volumizing mascara for your brows. I actually really like this. Was it? I could have sworn it was Maybelline before that had like a microfiber brow type thing that you would put in, and I really loved it, and it got discontinued. But this basically replaced that other one. I absolutely love this. I think I won't be purchasing any more brow products other than this. Hopefully this never gets discontinued. I hope not. I think it's really popular. And then we also need a primer, which I know I've used this one. I rarely use this one. This one I like to use when I'm doing more like of my art looks, so we'll push that aside. I think we've used all of them, to be honest. So I'll go ahead and pull out for usage this week my Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion. My camera never focuses. I don't know why it does that now. We'll take that. Am I missing anything else here? Mascara. For mascara, I know I've used a Stila. How about we take this one? Because I don't think I've used this one recently. This is my Essence Lash Princess waterproof mascara. We'll take this one for this week. Anything else that I'm missing? Because last week we forgot several things, and then I kind of just did it without you guys, and so I'm trying to make sure we have everything. I think that is it. Okay, yeah, I think that is it. So let's move into the drawers. And then I refastened my drawers, you guys. So my drawers had this thing, this bottom part here, would always slide back because it wasn't secured. I took all the drawers out and everything out of the drawers and started nailing tiny little nails into the back of it so that that wouldn't happen anymore. Especially since I seen that bottom one was kind of caving in with my eyeshadows. Now I feel like they won't do that anymore. So yay, problem solved. Okay, and now for skin products or face products, I feel like we've used almost every single powder bronzer. We've taken my Urban Decay, we've just taken my MAC one, we've used the Gucci, the Bahama Mama. I do lean a lot to this one. This is like my favorite. This is the Chanel bronzer, very fancy. I bought it for my birthday. Did not pay full price, you guys. You know, we have to use our points, discount codes, and all that. I kind of have I gotten the Marc Jacobs? So I have two of these Jacob ones. This one I think was a limited edition. This is their Omega times 3 powder, blush, bronzer, and highlight palette, and I got the shade in 200 Tantastic Glow, and it's actually really pretty. I love taking this on the go because it does have everything. I don't really care for the shade of pink. To be honest, I would never have purchased this on its own, but when I do apply it with all 3 products, it does look really pretty on the skin. I do like it. And then I think all their products smell like coconut. Yeah, all their products smell like coconut. So, and then how can you not love this packaging? Isn't it pretty? Honestly, not gonna lie. The reason I got it is because this was like from their coffee edition, which was along with this like foundation and concealer. This is the Marc Jacobs Extra Shot Concealer / Foundation. So it's like a multi-use. It's supposed to be like an all-one use. Obviously, that's what they were going for. And then I do also have this bronzer from them. And this is Omega Bronze in the shade 106 Tantal's Eyes. I'm sure I don't pronounce that. But you can see it very dark compared to the one that's in here. But the funny thing is, I don't think it's that much big difference, huh? I don't think it's that much darker on me, but I think we'll take this one for this year. I would love to put a pan into this. As you can see, I have used this. It's not like it goes untouched. I have used this, but you can still see the ridging. I would like to at least have this to where you don't see the ridging on the bronzer anymore. So we'll take this for this week. And then I kind of already have an idea of an eyeshadow palette that I want to pick out just because I've kind of been like really wanting to play with it. So I'm trying to see what blush would go great with it. Oh, Milani. That's so good. Luminoso Baked. Oh my god, I can't speak. Baked blush. So pretty. But we're not going to take that one. I might take this one from MAC though. Or this one. I think these two would be really nice. So this is MAC's Cheer Up Glow Play Blush. It's kind of like a putty blush. It's still really soft. And then this one's like, I think it's called Classic. This is Melba blush. My sister-in-law was the reason I bought this. She actually raved about this blush a lot, said she liked it. So I think, you know, I'll take these two. They're both pinky tone. This one's more like a muted nude pinky tone. This one's more like a peachy pinky tone, if you can tell. So we'll take those two. And then for highlight, should we glow for the gods? I think we should. We're gonna go glow for the gods this week, and we are going to take this one, my Mary Lou Luminizer, whatever. And that's this one here. Remember we swatched it last week? It's such a pretty blush. Such a pretty highlight. Really pretty. But okay, there's that. We're not gonna forget this time. We're gonna take a powder. I think that's, yeah, my lashes. I think this week we'll take my NYX Mineral Matte Finishing Powder. And then I think after that all we need is the eyeshadow palette. Okay, so this is now my eyeshadow drawer. I think I showed this in the last one too. I did reinforce that bottom. It's still kind of going in like in the middle here from the weight, but it's now being held up a lot better since it has that support from the back. And I put a lot of nails in this one, like a lot, to make sure that it's going to hold the weight and it's not going to cave through. And then this is also my eyeshadow So I have two eyeshadow drawers, and that's not including the eyeshadows that I have up on my lac shelf. But this was the eyeshadow palette I was thinking about taking. This is the Natasha Denona Retro Glam palette. I haven't played with her yet, and I've been itching to play with her. I want to play with those green shades, not gonna lie. I think they're really, really pretty. And just excited to use them. So I'm definitely going to take this one. I'm already excited just holding this palette. I think it looks really pretty. This shade's kind of calling my name. They're all kind of calling my name. So we're going to take this palette for this week. Sí está pesado. Pesado. Okay, so now that we have shopped my stash, let's go ahead and review. For foundation, we did get the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Foundation in combination with my No Problem primer from Touch and Soleil. This at one point was my favorite primer to use. So it really does blur the skin. Then for concealer, we have the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. And then I use the shade 35N Medium. Let's see, what else is complexion? For setting powder, we're going to be taking the NYX Mineral Matte Finish Powder. Then we did pick out two blushes this week to use. They're both from MAC. So we have the MAC Cheek Up Blush and then the Melba Blush. For bronzer, we have my Marc Jacobs bronzer. Very pretty color. So beautiful. I actually do really like using this. And then cult classic, the Mary Lou highlight, which is very pretty. I'm excited to use her again. I haven't used her in a hot minute. And last but not least, for mascara, we have my Lash Princess from Essence, the waterproof version. For primer, we're using the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion with anti-aging, and then the L'Oreal Inflatable Brows brown mascara. Then, oops, this is last but not least, the Natasha Denona Retro Glam palette, which I'm super excited to use. And as soon as I'm done filming here, I'm going to go ahead and create a makeup look because I just got to. This is too beautiful not to use, right? I don't know. I love this palette. I love the shades, the story, the pastel colors. I just like it. I can't wait to use it. All right, let's go ahead and take off the mic and do the, what is it, ASMR? I'm sorry if you guys find this annoying. I just really like the little noise clinking into the drawer. So let's go ahead and put the products away. Okay, was the mic in the way again? I'm sorry. Well, that's basically it. These are all the products that I'm going to be using for this week, starting with today. And yeah, I hope you guys really enjoy these videos. I do see that I'm getting a little bit more views, so thank you so much for those of you who continue to tune in and like my videos. I really do appreciate it. Plus, I really like just picking out my products and just getting to use them for the week and just getting really excited that I'm actually finishing them. So no more purchasing for a while, unfortunately, so hardly any new makeup coming in, but we are going to just keep shopping my stash until I get these done. And as I mentioned, I am working on finishing them, so most likely we'll do like a empties video at one point. But yeah, that's basically it. Once again, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. I am trying to post at least twice a week. Every Sunday seems to be a shop my stash, and then I'm trying to post on Wednesdays, so it's kind of like in the middle of the week, and that can be a vlog or plenty content, unfortunately, because that's primarily what my life runs around, besides my family, of course. But yeah, if you haven't already, please subscribe, and until next time, bye!